Today was a bloody and destructive series of events that took place in France in the decade after 1789. Often considered to be the emergence of the modern state, the French Revolution was inspired by Enlightenment ideals such as reason and science, and was truly a revolution of the people. However, it is the consideration of the revolution from the point of view of people who hailed from different classes that allows for the holistic truth of this unrest to be revealed. For a revolution centered around the tension among social classes, it is only through the eyes of an aristocrat, a peasant woman, a queen, and a man who became Emperor of France despite his humble upbringing, that the events and message of the French Revolution can truly be understood. Ironically, although the government of France began and ended the revolution as a monarchy, what occurred between those years were radical ideas and actions that challenged the deep-rooted hierarchy in France and laid the foundation for a government led by the people.
Before the beginning of the French Revolution, France was experiencing tumultuous times, which I did not feel. The common working class were most affected, but I was a nobleman who was part of the king's court, and did not face the brunt of the financial crisis in France. I lived a lavish life in the heart of France, in the Palace of Versailles, and many accused me of being lazy and undeserving of my privilege. Discontent, the population demanded that the Parliament and the Estates General, which had not convened since 1614, reconvene. Now in 1789, there were three estates, one which represented the aristocracy, the second which represented the clergy, and the third, and the largest, which represented the best men of the working class. On May 4th, 1789, a ceremony to commemorate the ancient regime was held, and the king and queen were wearing lavish gowns of gold and silver. The 1,200 members of the third estate wore black and gold undercoats, holding a candle in their hands, as well as a banner inscribed King's Falconers. I was offended when, at the end of the procession, Monsieur de la Fère, Bishop of Nancy, gave a speech which denounced the life of the nobles like me. The peace did not last forever. Referring to the tennis court oath, the Third Estate decided to assemble in an indoor tennis court to define the king's demand to disperse. During that time, the Estates General decided not to disband until they formed a constitution, claiming they needed it in order to fill the deficiency of King Louis. They named themselves the National Assembly, and they surrendered Versailles to dismiss Jacques Necker, a fiscal reformer, and a few days later, on July 14th, the French citizens mobilized to storm the Bastille. Around this time, and even before, myself and my noble friends fled the country to other European countries, and there we plotted to overthrow the revolution, hoping to restore the old regime and our old power.
By the close of the 1780s, the aristocracy began gaining the political influence they hoped would balance the power of the monarchy. With the redistribution of the Third Estate and the formation of the National Assembly, members of the French aristocracy found a new foundation in political advocacy on which to build their influence. However, while the aristocracy earned their voice, other factions of society still struggled to find political representation.
In 1789, the Declaration of Rights of Man was published by the National Assembly, and they declared that all men are born free and equal, have the right to liberty, property, security, revolt, whatnot. Basically, they decided we're free now, no more monarchical oppression. We got the political power distributed the way we want it, and now it's time for the men of France to kick it on the National Assembly. But only some of us, and obviously only men.
In 1791, the short-lived reign of the National Convention concluded as it became the Legislative Assembly with the publication of the Constitution of 1791. This established a system of republic governed by the people, in which citizens could qualify as active or passive citizens. Active citizens being those who paid a substantial tax to maintain the right to vote, with passive citizens being denied this democratic right.
For her opinion on this initial period of Reconstruction, we talked to famed feminist and equal rights activist Olympe de Gouges for her thoughts. Bienvenue, Olympe! The National Assembly has fought for a more fair distribution of power among the people. What are your thoughts on this revolutionary new period of political activity? The National Assembly has only distributed the power to affluent, privileged, land-owning males. That hardly counts as equal representation. The Declaration of Rights of Man doesn't even mention women. These men claim to be fighting for liberty and equality for all, but they hardly see lower-class populations or even women as valid citizens. I published my declaration to show the gender inequities in our French politics and to protest the unfair requirements the Assembly has established to have a basic right such as voting. There's still so much progress to be made in our new government. So it sounds like, from what you're saying, that this is going great, that there's no more things to do, everyone is equal now, everyone has all the rights they should have, and we're satisfied. Back to you.
Just a few months before the Legislative Assembly published their new constitution, King Louis XVI and Marie Antoinette attempted to flee Tuileries as they saw animosity toward the crown growing. However, the royal family was recognized just before leaving the country and escorted back to Paris. This attempt at escape solidified the king and queen as traitors and stripped the crown of its power, emboldening the National Assembly to establish France as a republic with their new constitution.
On the 21st of January, 1793,
Trump's got a love child, and I hope that bitch is buck wild. I hope she sip Mescal. I hope she kiss senoritas and black gals. I hope her mama's El Sal. I hope her papa stick around. Yeah. Take chains off, take rings off, bracelets and things, big aches and pains. My jack rang off with clickbait. Truth is too raw, it's a fish plate. Fela, the Kunde, 150 of us on a big stage. How long it took a nigga just to get paid? And now I think I'm about to buy a big late. Pronto, I'm in the lane with the shaker and bongo. I heard you take it without it was compo. Trimming the green with the blade and the lawnmower. Figure it out, nigga. Bitch, don't spill my sake. You gon' make me kick you out this pot, man. You gon' have to kick it in the lobby. Damn, what don't somebody stop me? I'm too sloppy. Trump's got a love child, and I hope that bitch is buck wild. I hope she sip Mescal. I hope she kiss senoritas and black gals. I hope her mama's El Sal. I hope her papa stick around.
The revolution will not be televised, but it will be streamed live in 1080p on your pea-brain head and a face-ass mobile device. Alright?
This shit gon' bang at least 6 summers. From out that rock you been under. Mummy rap duffel bag gutter bunny. It's hard to stomach cold murder. It's easier to get the 9mm. He was 19 with the burner. They had to off him. Reform should've came sooner. This shit gon' bang at least 6 summers.
on October 30th, the Society for Revolutionary Women officially fell. But the fall of the society was not the only fall for women. On July 25th, 1793, Olympe de Gouges
This
was
shit gon'
charged
bang
with having
for at least
views
6
different than the majority of
summers.
France, and for her writings directed
But ain't
against
shit
those
gon' change for at least 3 summers.
following
They
her
tryna kill a
interrogation,
nigga fake.
she was
We need a
detained
little
on
truth,
November 3rd,
brother.
And on October of that year,
Pop, pop,
Marie
pop goes the
Antoinette was also
shooter.
guillotined.
Reform shoulda came
People began to
sooner.
get
Come on,
suspicions of
this shit gon' bang at least 6 summers. Pop the top, that bitch hot than a mother. We need more peace and less lone gunners. Put down your heat and smoke marijuanas. Pop the lock off your muzzle. Niggas is dying like lost files in the shuffle. We know you lying, my nigga, nah, we don't trust you. We know you buy to sell it back to the public. Cause there's money to be made in the killing spree. That's why you trying to start a war on the Twitter feed. Somebody take this nigga's phone, is you kidding me? And take them AKs up out of these inner city streets. This shit gon' bang for at least 6 summers.
This new republic was led by 5
But ain't shit gon' change for at least 3 summers. They tryna kill a nigga faith, we need a little truth, brother. Pop, pop, pop goes the shooter. Reform should've came sooner. And so I smoke, drink just to cope with the pain, get the coke in the coke. And so I smoke, drink just to cope with the pain, get the coke in the coke. Yeah, Mr. President, it's evident that you don't give a damn. Tell me something that I don't know. All this fucking evidence, and if it ever make it to the stand, you know they gon' let them go, bro. You was overseas stealing niggas land and all. Billy copped the Desert Eagle and it's legal to tote it. Little nigga bullied out his Pumas. But why he had to shoot the whole school up? And so I smoke, drink just to cope with the pain, get the coke in the coke. And so I smoke, drink just to cope with the pain, get the coke in the coke. This shit gon' bang at least 6 summers.
Austria to make peace with France in October 1797.
On the surface,
This shit gon' bang for at least 6 summers. But ain't shit gon' change for at least 3 summers. They tryna kill a nigga faith, we need a little truth, brother. Pop, pop, pop goes the shooter. Reform should've came sooner.
Common people, in women, in peasants, and in people from every social class. The French Revolution was more than just a revolt against the monarchy and a catalyst for many deaths. It truly laid the framework for the democratic ideals that we hold so dearly today, and most importantly, it gave a voice to the people.
Viva la France. Viva la Brette. Viva la Revolution. Viva la